It just took a long time to communicate with him back and forth. It was all done via texting, believe it or not.
Whoa.
And ultimately, we came to the price, and we were trying to get it for 85, but then he had another offer at 85, so we were only 4,000 off of our MAO, so I pushed it up to 90. And
so the deal size was what? Like
it's probably going to be about 10,000 in terms of profit margin, maybe more. It depends. I'm already sending it out to a couple guys in Akron, and I'm going to be posting it on a bunch of Akron Facebook groups and Ohio real estate investor groups. But ultimately, we sent him the agreement, and then it took him days. I emailed it to him. Took about a week, and then he had to have his attorney review it. He came back and said, "Hey, looks good." But then it took another few days for me to get him. I actually ended up having to send a mobile notary to his house to sign it, because he's an older fella, right?
Yep.
And wasn't adept at doing it online. So in order to get him to sign the damn thing, we just sent a mobile notary to his house for $50.
So how long did it took you to close this one?
I would say easily 2 weeks, easily. Just because it was all done during text, and he was difficult to communicate. He's not a difficult communicator. It's just he was distracted by life, blah, blah, blah. So, at the end of the day, we got her done. And we're under contract. As of yesterday, it came back and from the mobile notary, and now we're just going to push it. It's in a nice section. It's in a nice section of Akron. It's like a broken rehab project, but most of the materials are still at the house to finish the project, which is another reason why we offer probably a little bit more than we should have.
So you guys are what? Going to go ahead and wholesale it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds for me like a wholesale that you're going to do there.
Although, yeah, at least for now, we're mostly wholesaling, but we had a conversation yesterday in our deal flow meeting that we may start doing some flips. But we need to accumulate cash for right now, so that's why we're mostly wholesaling.
How did the numbers make sense for you in this one?
Well, our MAO I think was 84 or something like that.
They were asking 84,000. Yeah.
Well, no, our maximum allowable offer I think was 84. Originally it was 80. I agreed with him at 85, but then he had another offer coming at 85. So he said, "Look, if you give me 90, done." So I tried 87.
You lower it down to 87.
So ultimately, I agreed to the 90, and if we have to take a few dollars less to close it, I don't care. It looks like a viable deal. So now we just have to get it out to the marketplace and let somebody pick it up.
All right, so you're finding a buyer.
Yes.
So in other words, out of this, you're planning to go ahead and get like a revenue of what, 10,000 or even more out of this deal?
I think 10,000 is reasonable. Based on the after rehab value we came up with. So we just have to, get it in front of the right people and somebody to buy it. Down the road, since most of the materials are on site, this might be something we consider fixing, taking care of ourselves, right? Because most of the materials are already there. So that could be an internal conversation you and I have, Bryce.
Yeah, exactly.
We take this one on because most of the stuff's already there. But now we're moving forward as a wholesale deal.
Okay, perfect, man. That's great. So far under contract, not closed yet. You guys have done what with Hesel Media 3, right?
3, yes.
In less than 2 months, right?
Right.
And you have what happened with the ladies that have been traveling all over the states?
They're still doing it. I sent them a text the other day, haven't heard back. So, but they said, "Hey, we want to sell it. We're just going to be gone for a couple months. We'll contact you when you get back." So
send them some flowers.
There's a few of them in there that are indeed going to be contracts, but they have some twists and turns in there that just make it a little bit more work. But there's a few more options in there that will turn into contracts. They're just requiring a lot of nurturing.
Yeah, you guys know how to do your job. Definitely, I can tell.
Yeah, it's all good. It helps when I have a CRM that tells me who to call every day. So it makes it very simple. I don't have to think too much. I just pull it up and go, "Oh, that's them. Okay, call them today."
My normal question, as always, what has been for you guys the success over this? What will you tell the people that think that no lead is good?
Well, in
No
my
lead is
opinion,
good.
well, in my opinion, the short answer is I've actually marked a couple either abandoned or lost because they just were not good leads, but they were thoroughly worked up until that point. But it's all, it's all in the follow-up. We want the ones, obviously, we're on the first phone call, one call close, but that honestly rarely happens. So what I'm finding with the Facebook leads is there's quite a bit of nurturing going on.
Yeah, definitely. That's like the secret behind of getting somebody under contract, right? When you believe
So
that
far,
it's not going to be a good deal. I can tell practice equals repetition plus intensity. What do you think about that?
I like it. And then I'd also add, multiple communication channels. So, not everybody wants to talk on the phone.
Yeah.
A lot of people, even older folks, now text. So I love to text. I like it keeps the communication very, crisp instead of getting long talkalogs.
Yeah.
But I'm also sending emails too. If I can't get them via text or email, I've actually had a few email responses pop back.
So you pretty much close this one over text.
Yeah,
I can tell. That's
And underwrite for pretty much every situation. Like
yeah,
always
you guys,
know that
it's
you
pretty
want
much a
multiple
great
exit
discovery,
strategies.
right? Great discovery
Yeah.
calls, great conversations. You guys have always been doing that. Like you, come on, you got a lead and you put it under contract from a Facebook like. Who does that?
well, and
So
like
you see,
and like Bryce just said, Bryce does all our underwriting. So, he underwrites every scenario. Is it a cash offer? Is it a seller finance offer? Could it be a sub two? So the spreadsheet we use has multiple options on it. So we underwrite pretty much everything, unless it's a slam dunk. Like we got a lead yesterday, kind of random from one of the teammates. And since we're already in that market and we have a couple of houses in escrow there, we don't need a lot of underwriting because we already know what the market will bear there. And this is well within what the market will bear. So that one's not getting underwriting. Anything new that comes in from another source or any of your sources or others, they Price underwrites everything. So
that's nice,
in
man.
in multiple strategies, so we can figure out what's the best exit.
That's great. Look, we turned up by me looking there, and I saw that you were putting it up. We put it under contract. Hope you can close it sooner. And I'm looking forward to have one of your videos updated over YouTube, so I can show it to you guys. Because we've done 3 already, so we're working on those. So you can guys go ahead and have visibility on those, and definitely we're gonna go ahead and put them over the Facebook community so everybody else can get to know you better, guys. Okay?
Well, they already love Bryce, so that's good.
Yeah, definitely. People are asking me a lot about you, bro.
As long as they don't ask if I'm his dad.
Yeah, well, that's something gonna be totally. That's something that eventually will be different.